It's time for a book review. I just read this book and I flippin' love it. Penny Marshall's My Mother Was Nuts. Great, great, great book. I love autobiographies. I love biographies in general, but I really like to read about people that have become successful, people that I really look up to, and see how they did it, what happened to them along the way. Penny Marshall's story is hilarious. You will probably know that her brother is Gary Marshall. So between the two of them, they and her ex-husband was Rob Reiner, which means that her ex-father-in-law was Carl Reiner. So this is an entertainment powerhouse group. Penny Marshall, we'll just start with when she got Laverne and Shirley. But she was someone that was always apparently entertaining her family and friends, loved to go off to camp, was definitely a tomboy, even though her mother was the head of the dance studio, and kind of like she says in the book, a little crazy. I love her anecdotes, everything that she writes about growing up, and especially with her brother Gary. She was kind of the mistake who came along maybe 6, 7 years after the last sibling had been born. She has one sister and one brother. It's a really great, fun, funny, touching, sad memoir. It's just starting with her Laverne and Shirley days and how that happened. And I loved that, she was brought on to Happy Days to play a character named Laverne DeFazio, and her friend Cindy Williams came on to play the character of Shirley. Well, apparently people just took to these two characters so much that spin-off, and that became Laverne and Shirley. That show ran for 7 years. And also, it's when she first started directing. And a lot of people may not know, but Penny Marshall, in addition to her illustrious acting career, went on to direct some of the biggest films of our time. Big. It was the first film directed by a woman that broke $100 million at the box office. And she also broke the box office barrier again with one of my favorite films, and I will do a review of this one, A League of Their Own in 1992. It's great to see her struggles as a first-time director, as a budding actress when she was starting out, and just kind of the town. She also tells some really poignant stories about losing some of her friends. John Belushi was one of her dear, dear, dear best friends. I did not know that she dated Art Garfinkel. They had a fun, crazy kind of romance. I enjoyed that, hopping on a motorcycle and just like taking off of France. Garfinkel sounds like he was a cool guy. She talks about, doing mushrooms with Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, one of her very best friends. So the names that she can drop off, and they're true though, her friends, who she hung out with, who was always around, what she was doing with them, is just so much fun. And she has a heart of gold. So she talks about her daughter, Tracy, who ironically married one of my friend's ex-husbands. Who knew? They have 5 kids. Anyway, that's just a tangent, but I'm kind of connected to Penny Marshall through that friend's ex-husband. Okay, not. But anyway, great, great book. She talks about the death of her parents, and going through her mother's Alzheimer's and how things like that happened. So it's funny, it is touching, it's a story about life. She has the best attitude. That's what if you talk to people in the business, she just said she just wakes up every day and tries to have a good day. And I guess generally she did. She doesn't like the word no. She always tries to make things happen. And she is just amazing. You will love this book. My Mother Was Nuts. It's funny, it's brutally honest, and support Penny. Read this book. Tell me what you think.